welcome to a new YouTube video. I am currently in New Delhi in India. We arrived 2 days ago. I forgot to film this intro, but of course you're gonna see it at the beginning of my video. And I am so excited to be here. This is such a unique trip, or like, we've been planning this trip for such a long time, and I'm so excited to finally be here. So yeah, come with me to explore India. On our first evening, we just wanted to let all the impressions sink in, honestly. That's why we left the hotel for a couple minutes to see what the street is like, and then we came straight back to have dinner, which was amazing. Like, this hotel restaurant was so good. And then we just went straight to bed after such a long travel day. Planned quite a lot for our first day in Delhi, which was all kind of located south of our hotel, but I'm gonna add all the names so you can see all the places we went to. And this was one of my favorite places in Delhi. There were so many different buildings, there was nature, there were so many different animals. Like, they were all living together. It was so peaceful. You could not hear any of the traffic. And the same here, like monkeys running around. It was so beautiful. On our second day in Delhi, we decided to do a day trip to Agra to see the Taj Mahal. Of course, it's such a bucket list moment, even though the day itself was quite exhausting, because we decided to get an Uber from and to Agra instead of a tour, which I would definitely recommend, even if it might be a little more expensive. But I mean, we still got in. Look at her, look at this building. It was so beautiful. It was very hot. Remember to bring something for your head. I did not have anything, but it was still fine. And then we already went back home because we didn't really leave early enough, so there was not much time left. And I'm glad we didn't leave later, because there was so much traffic. Like, we arrived back at our hotel very late. We decided to start our last day in Delhi by taking the metro, which was way easier than we thought. And we headed straight to the Red Fort, which is probably Delhi's most famous tourist attraction. And there's honestly so much to see inside. There are different buildings, and there's a whole park. Like, it's really pretty. And then after walking through the old town, which was an experience, we headed back to our hotel. And then in the evening, we drove to Connaught Place, which is a more western area, I would say. And we had dinner at Chili's, which I honestly just wanted to try because I've been seeing it all over social media.
Say the
arrived at our second hotel at the Sariska Tiger Park, and let me tell you that journey, it was a journey. Google Maps told us it would be 4 hours, from Delhi to get here. It was 9 hours. We drove, and now we're here. Everything hurts, but it's all good. Let me give you a room tour. It's so beautiful here. This is the entrance. I have like this little area, and then we got like, it's dark outside, I don't know what the view is. We got the bed, and then this is the first time I'm seeing all this, right? Like, I have not seen anything. I don't know. I don't know if I can open this. Oh, there's a pool. Are you kidding me? There is a private pool. That's insane. And I got my bathroom. Whoa. Whoa, what is this? I got one door. Whoa. This is the most beautiful bathroom of my life. And then here's the shower. And what? What? There's an outside shower as well. Are you joking? Are you joking? Okay guys, we booked a safari for this tiger reserve, and it starts at 6:30, so right now it is 6, because we were told that they were gonna pick us up at our hotel. And guys, this place, it is so beautiful. Like, oh my god, do you see this? Like, it's crazy. Compared to the day before, this time Google Maps was actually pretty accurate, and we reached our next stop after around 3 hours. So we had around half a day left in Jaipur. We had some lunch. We were not really hungry because we had a huge breakfast. So we waited for our driver, and then we headed straight to our hotel, which was the most beautiful building I have ever seen. Like, I'm still so impressed. And we didn't really do much the rest of the day. We just relaxed a little, and then we went out to explore the neighborhood. And the city is for sure way more walkable than Delhi. We actually spent around an hour walking around, and then look at our hotel. It was so pretty, especially at night. And the dinner was also very good. I loved it. When we booked our driver, we got this tour guide for Jaipur included, so they both came to pick us up after breakfast. And we drove past this building. We didn't stop because I think there's like no parking in the area, but we headed straight to Amber Fort, and due to traffic we got off and first explored this neighborhood, and then we walked up the hill, which was not a long walk. It was like 10-15 minutes, but it was so worth it. Like, it was really nice looking at all the buildings, and this fort is amazing. I loved it. Just look at it. This day trip to Pushkar was actually also our driver's idea, and he also organized a guide for us, which was very nice. I think especially if you're not Hindu and you visit such a religious place, it's quite nice to like learn some basic things about the religion. And this lake is actually like the most holy place of the town. There are also a couple temples we visited, and then we had the street food, which was very good. And then it was already time to go back to Jaipur. I think we were all a little nervous about this day because it will be the first time we will catch an Indian train, and you see so many horror videos online. But honestly, this was such a chill experience. Like, we had a little trouble finding the right train and especially finding our cabin, but we had so many people helping us, and like, we were also really lucky because our train was so on time. We even arrived a little earlier than planned, and coming from a German, like, I don't know when I experienced that for the last time. Our hotel in Jaipur was actually also super cute. It was kind of like a homestay, and we had 2 separate rooms and 1 shared bathroom, and it was all very traditional. It was in the center of the old town of Jodhpur, where you see all these blue houses, and this was my room. It was quite small, but I had this direct stairs into the garden, and it was so beautiful. You could even see the fort from our garden. Like, how cool is that?
Steering is controlled at this side.
For our first full day in Jodhpur, we decided to visit the main attraction, which is the Maranga Fort. We also got this audio guide, which we used for like half of our time, and then we took it off. But honestly, even though I loved the one in Jaipur, this one is for sure more impressive, especially if you look at all the details in the architecture. You can enter into all the buildings. There is so much to see. They also have like different museums, and we saw the military kind of band playing, which was pretty cool. And then we walked down in the sun, which was very hot. But we got some chai for free, which was very nice. This place was similar to the one we visited the day before. It was just a lot more popular and better maintained. So this one was basically the monuments for the past kings of this area, and the one we visited the day before was for the queens. We just spent 2 nights here in Jodhpur, and we booked an overnight trip to the desert. We're gonna be picked up in like 1 hour, I think, and then we'll come back tomorrow for another 2 nights here. And we booked that trip over Get Your Guide. I'll put like a description of the tour we booked, and I'm really excited. I hope it's good. Like those those sounds are for Diwali. It's in a few days, so they already start firing those like crackers. We had booked this tour because, as you can see, we spent most of our time in like bigger cities, and we also wanted to see what the village life was like and like how the locals live, because of course if you just come as a tourist you don't really get to see that as much. But it was super interesting, and I feel like booking a tour like this is the perfect opportunity. We got to ride the camels for I think around 1.5 hours. It was pretty long, and as the sun set, we brought the camels back to their like place where they were sleeping, and then it was time to make dinner. We were even like able to help make the breads, and they had so many different things we could try. It was super delicious. If you're ever in Jodhpur, you should try this zip line. It was so fun. It does get pretty hot during the day, so you should try to go as early as possible because there's like no shadow. But there are like a lot of different zip lines, and you have amazing views over the fort and also the city. In 2023 for a school exchange that my German school did with a school in Bangalore. And of course, if I'm already in India, I also wanted to visit the host family that I had during that time and my exchange partner. And we came for Diwali because that's also the same time I had been here 2 years ago. And I actually invited them for dinner because they're just such nice people. Like, I wanted to see the whole family, and it was a really nice evening. We had breakfast in our hotel, which was okay, and then we met with my friend and we kind of explored Bangalore a little. We started in the botanical garden, which I have never been to before, but it was very nice. quite a lot to see. And then we headed to some temple, which was incredibly crowded, so we just went to some mall to have lunch and to do some shopping, or I did some shopping. And then we went to the city center and just explored some stores, which was quite nice. And in the evening, we headed over to the family home to celebrate Diwali. We just arrived at our last hotel in India. I can't believe it, like the time went by so fast. Right now we are near Kochi in Kerala, like on Cherai beach, I think it's called. And I'll give you a room tour. So you enter here, and then I have another door up to like the breakfast area, and this is my bathroom. Very pretty, like very modern. And this is the shower. There's glass, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks amazing, not gonna lie. And then you got my bed. And the best part is the view, like I'm not gonna lie. This is so cool. Germany. I'm a little sad, not gonna lie, like it is so cool here. And today we did like a backwater tour, which is pretty like popular here. It was just 1 hour though. And then we will go to the beach. I don't think we will like actually swim. We'll just get into the water and then the trip is over. Like I can't believe it.